Let's say we have a range of numbers. Do you think we can make a histogram out of them? A histogram is very similar to a bar graph. It uses bars to represent data, but unlike bar graphs, a histogram always displays numerical data grouped into equal ranges, or bins. So let's say Caleb decided to record the temperature every morning when he woke up. Over the next 16 days, he recorded the temperature in degrees Celsius. After he put them in increasing order, the temperatures were 5, 6, 6, 11, 12, 12, 14, 15, 16, 16, 20, 20, 22, 22, 23, and 25. Can we help Caleb make a histogram out of the data? The first step is to organize the data by putting it in increasing order. Caleb took care of that part. Let's set up the histogram. Give it a title, and then draw and label the axes. For this data, let's start at 1 and make the bin size 5. That means we sort our data into ranges of 5. 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25. Oh, and our biggest number is 25, so we're done. Now let's count how many numbers are in the range of each bin. 1 day was between 1 and 5 degrees Celsius. 2 days were between 6 and 10 degrees Celsius. 5 days were between 11 and 15 degrees Celsius. 4 days were between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius. And 4 days were between 21 and 25 degrees Celsius. The highest number of values is the middle bin, 5. That means we can label the y-axis with a scale of 0 to 5. And finally, it's time to complete the histogram. We draw bar heights to match the number of values in each bin. 1 day was between 1 and 5 degrees Celsius. 2 days were between 6 and 10 degrees Celsius. 5 days were between 11 and 15 degrees Celsius. 4 days were between 16 and 20 degrees Celsius. And 4 days were between 21 and 25 degrees Celsius. We did it! We made a histogram of Caleb's data. Now, let's make a histogram from a frequency table. We can follow the exact same steps to create a histogram from a frequency table like this one. Here is a frequency table showing the number of puppies born in each litter at a local shelter over the past year. 1 litter had 1 puppy, 2 litters had 2 puppies, 2 litters had 3 puppies, 5 litters had 4, 3 had 5, there were no litters with 6 puppies. 2 litters had 7 puppies, 1 had 8, there were no 9s, 1 had 10 puppies, there were no 11s, and 1 litter had 12 puppies. Aw, that's so many puppies. First, set up the histogram. Give it a title, then draw and label the axes, and for this data set, we can make the following 3 bins of 4. 1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12. Now let's count up the number of values in each bin and label the y-axis with an appropriate scale. The first 4 rows of our table fit into the first bin. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5, which equals 10. The next 4 rows, we have 3 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1, which equals 6. And lastly, we have 0 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1, which equals 2. Our biggest bin has 10 values, so let's mark that at the top of the y-axis. And how about label every 2? 2, 6, and 10 are all even numbers after all. Okay, all that's left is to draw the heights to match the number of values in each bin. First is 10, then 6, then 2. And we have it! A histogram of the number of puppies born at the local shelter in the past year. Great job on creating those histograms. And puppies. Time well spent.